So we have talked about T cells, T cell receptors. Now let's see how these cells are activated. In the beginning, I told you that adaptive immune response, adaptive immune system gets activated by innate immune system. Adaptive immune system being T cells and B cells. They are activated directly or indirectly by innate immune system, and the important component of innate immune system which results which activates the adaptive immune system is the dendritic cell. So let's see how that happens. T cells are initially activated in peripheral lymphoid organs by recognizing foreign antigen on the surface of APC, antigen presenting cell. These cells include dendritic cells, macrophages, and B cells. B cells can also present antigens to T cells directly also. We'll talk about that later. The APCs present antigen fragments or peptide fragments that are generated by degradation of foreign protein inside the cell, and these are presented to T cells with the help of MHC proteins. So here in this diagram, you can see that here's a macrophage, for example, which is acting as an APC, antigen presenting cell. This macrophage has ingested a bacteria shown here in black. This phagosome, which results in formation of a phagosome right here, the phagosome then fuses with the lysosome, resulting in degradation of this particular bacteria. Small pieces of this bacterial proteins will be grabbed by MHC molecule. This MHC protein molecule will then be moved to the surface of this antigen presenting cell, and it will be that little fragment, protein fragment, will now be displayed to the T cells for recognition on their surface. Here, for example, is the T cell, and here is the T cell receptor shown here in red, right here. So let's see what happens from there on. The recognition process depends upon presence of MHC proteins on the surface of antigen presenting cell. MHC, major histocompatibility complex proteins, can bind these fragments, carry them to the surface, and present them. Activated effector T cells then recognize the same peptide or same protein fragment on MHC complex on the surface of target cells they influence. These cells can be B cells, cytotoxic T cells, infected macrophage, and in case of cytotoxic T cells, it could be the cell which has been infected with a virus or an intracellular parasite. Here you can see in this photograph that there's an antigen presenting cell shown in blue, and these two yellow balls are the T cells, and if you look at it closely, you will see there are spikes which are interacting from both the cells, which are extended by both the cells. Right here, these, if you can see these spikes, these are basically the receptors which are interacting with each other. Antigen presenting cell has MHC molecules displaying fragments which is foreign in origin or from a pathogen, and here is the TCR. So here the torch is being passed on from innate immune system to the adaptive immune system.